Naoe Yamato has just now returned. After making a courtesy report of my results and the current situation, I returned to work.
そうか。Azumi が戻るのはもう少し先だな。
Yeah. Humblest apologies, I wasn't able to bring her back.
必ず戻ってくるのだ。焦らぬさ。よく追いかけてケアをしてくれたな。礼を言うぞ、ヤマト。
You are too kind.
リーは代わりを本当によくやってくれている。だが、やはり安住でないとしっくりこないな。
Azumi-san would be elated to hear that.
女一人も連れ戻せぬ赤子が来たぞ。
Shut up. I have no retort.
まあ、それは個人間の事情ですので。ただこのままだと一つ問題が生じますね。
おう。従者部隊の若手主導という考え方だ。いつまでもトップが不在のようでは、やはり役者不足ということになるぞ。
And that's what Huma-san said.
あのじじいめ、有給消化してるって名目があるだろうね。
有給とはいえ、あまり連続で使いすぎていると、主への配慮不足と指摘される可能性はあります。
It's her paid leave. Let her fucking use it. It's not like when she comes back, she'll be able to keep constantly using this shit. She'll have to rebuild it up.
あーくそ、そうか。
And she's built it over years. What exactly would happen if they went after her? A change in the rankings?
はい。安住や私たちの序列が降格になり、老人たちがまた指揮を取るようになります。
And they would probably try to enact that stupid plan that they'd already tried.
それは悪いこととは言い切れませんが。
でもよ、いつか時代は変わらなくちゃいけねえんだ。ようやくじいさんたちが一歩退いて、新しい風が吹くように安住が土台固めてきたのに、それが全部リセットされるわけだ。それって結局、九鬼のためによくねえよ。
帝様の新しい時代を切り開くのは若者たちと、私たちに従者部隊の主導権を託してくださった思いも無下にしてしまいますしね。
We certainly wouldn't want that to happen. Besides, the elders themselves would probably be disappointed and think us feckless. Great. Let's make sure that doesn't happen. What do we need to do?
安住が戻ってくれば話は早いのですが。
なんで連れ帰ってこないんだよ、この解消なし。
Ouch, that hurts.
もっと泣けよ。
いくらヤマトでも嘘泣きでは慰めません。
You guys don't pull any punches, but Azumi-san will definitely be back.
それは当然です。
戦場でもあいつは常に静観してたしな。
At the very least, I take it we need to make sure we don't make any mistakes that Huma-san or the others can call us out
です
on.
ね。安住の不在だけでどうこうならないはず。
ロックに気を引き締めるしかねえわな。
Cookie servant special meeting. The special part meant that the situation had arisen. Under the current policy, such cases were discussed and resolved by the younger servants alone. This too had been proposed by Cookie Mikado.
こうしたり安住の帰還は未だ目処が立ちません。引き続き私たち一人一人の奮起が期待されます。
そろそろシャレにならないですね、これ。マープルをはじめ何人かはカンカンですよ。序列1位が長時間職場を空けすぎだって。
け、有給消化で文句言われるとか、ただのブラック企業じゃねえか。
ねえ。
100% の力が出せると判断できるまで無理には出社せず、体と心を静養させる。私も安住さんの判断にはむしろ賛成ですよ。
Okay.
ただ、さすがに時間が長すぎませんか？
No. Someone who people need time, as much time as possible to get their situation straightened out. Otherwise, if they come back and they're not 100%, bad shit can arise that shouldn't have happened if they were able to get as much personal time as they needed. It's really becoming a problem, but even so, Azumi-san hasn't come back. But I imagine her inability to get herself ready to work again eats at her most of all. If I could comment on your opinion,
どうぞ
Kiriyama-san.
直江大和
Hideo-sama himself permitted Azumi-san for long, and nothing about it violates company policy. In which case, who are we to judge? As Lee-san said earlier, with our leader absent, we need to all get ourselves motivated. Wouldn't that
お
suffice?
や安住さんを連母していると噂の直江君はかばいましたね。
You trying to pick a fight with me, boy? Kiriyama Koi, though he had assisted me with regards to Mon-sama, the situation this time seems to be different. But I couldn't afford to lose. That's right, I do love Azumi-san. A commotion filled the hall. Not that she agreed to go out with me yet.
正式にカミングアウトしましたか。仕事に私情は持ち込まないでくださいね。
Of course I
まあ
will.
私が思うに休み一つでここまでいろいろ言われるのは安住さんが若手の責任者だからですよ。安住さんにきちんと休んでいただくためにもここは若手の代表者を選び直しませんか。
Hell no.
こいつ
それが狙いというわけですか。
その人物がきちんと舵取りしていけばマープルたちも文句を言わないと思うんですよね。
でそれにふさわしいのは僕ですってか。
いや照れますけどはい。
No. You won't even deny
若手の
it.
代表者は現在 D さんが安住さんに代理を任されているではありませんか。
はい。でもリーさんはあくまで代理であって
What?
正式な責任者というわけではないんですよね。
You definitely don't have the qualifications to be our representative. You're on the wrong side, boy.
だからってそつなくこなしているリーからお前に変わる理由が何一つねえんだけど。まさかリーの前職でイチャモンつける気か。
まさか古臭いと帝様に殴られてしまいますよ。
Good.
私ならご老人たちに可愛がられてますから。
And that makes you even more still, so he should strike you down anyway.
より快適に運営できるというわけです。皆さんもケチをつけられるよりは、そして順位が降格される恐れがあるよりは、安定した環境で若手主導の仕事を進めてはいきませんか。
I disagree. There's no need to do anything odd. We just need to each silently complete his or her own job. We can't be replacing our leader on a
桐山の
whim.
意見はわかるが野心が前に出過ぎだろう。確かに安住さんの留守は気になるが俺は安住さんを信じるよ。
同じく私も安住さんがリーダーがいいです。
Kiriyama's suggestion had summoned a backlash. Thankfully, Azumi-san, being the K person she was, had a lot of supporters. We could even take it as a good thing that the elders have their eyes on us. Let's show them what we can do by making sure everything goes perfectly, even while our leader's away. As for Kiriyama-san's suggestion, if the day should come when it seems like Azumi-san won't be coming back, or if she does come back and proves to be a shadow of her former self, then I believe we shouldn't hesitate to carry out his
そのよう
plan.
なことはないと確信しているようですね。
Don't you agree, Kiriyama-san? That's why you're acting now before she returned.
私は決して皆さんにとってマイナスになることは言っていませんよ。
Sure.
ただ、確かに今回の提案は時期尚早だったようですね。
Too hasty.
もうしばらく手元で温めておきます。
So said Kiriyama-san with perfect grace. In a way, I admired his
ま
personality.
ったく桐山の野郎油断も隙もあったもんじゃね
But didn't we do a spectacular job of pushing him
またぬ
aside?
けぬけと言ってきますよ。それが桐山です。
The situation's grim, but the tension does help keep us sharp, wouldn't you say? We have to make sure Azumi-san will have a place to return home to. Plus, I have to become a better man so I can give her a surprise the next time we meet.
お前からは熱いロックが聞こえるぜヤマト。
応援しますよ。お互い頑張りましょう。
The three of us brought our hands together. We were determined to succeed. This is gonna be fun. Early that morning, I slipped out of bed, making sure not to wake my master as she slept beside me. She was smiling in her sleep. Mon-sama would sleep with Tsubone-sama or Ageha at times, but by and large, she slept in her own room. Good morning, Mon-sama. After bidding my master hello, morning, Azumi-san. I greeted the picture stored on my phone, then took a hot shower. Okay, let's do this. I look in the mirror, psyched myself up, and headed outside. Thank you for teaching me again today. In the early morning, I served as Claudio's assistant, mostly his gopher. Claudio was ranked 3rd. He would never teach a greenhorn and a butler's proper etiquette. But if I followed him around, I could learn by example. And what lesson they were? Once the sun had risen decently high in the sky, my master opened her eyes. A pleasant morning to you, Mon-sama. She leapt into my arms and I swung her around to the washroom. That's awfully specific. By all means, let us make it true. As we spoke, I helped quickly get her looking decent for the day. For the important parts, such as her hair, I traded off with others. Tina-senpai, if you would, please. Ranked 32nd, she too possessed strength as high as the clouds. I assisted with everything, from my master's breakfast to her preparation for the school day. Yes, thank you. Thank you to the chef. Mon-sama enjoyed eating alongside me, so I joined her at the table. With that, Huma-san, I leave her in your care. From when Mon-sama left for school until she returned, Huma-san accompanied her as servant and bodyguard. As for me, I quickly prepare for my own school day. With Azumi-san absent, Lee-san had taken over as chauffeur. Just in case, a few young, skilled hands ran behind the vehicle to serve as extra protection. This was an element of the mutual support we of the younger generation had adopted, so even a 1 in a million chance would never happen. Good!
私と夜市で付きっきりで教えてる。
あからさまに怪しい URL 踏みに行こうとするし、いくらウイルスソフト入ってるとはいえハラハラもんだぜ。
義経は源氏ブログを始めてみようと思う。
また厄介な提案を。
カメラの使い方もようやく慣れてきたしな。綺麗な写真が撮れたらアップしていきたい。
で、ブログを立ち上げるためにはどうすればいいかわかるかな、主。
ちら。
勘弁してくれよ。姉子がやればいい。
管理はめんどくさいからな。私は後ろから微笑ましく頑張れって言いながら見てる。
気楽なポジションだな、おい。
You handle this, Yoichi. The plan was to deepen my ties with the trio, making sure they didn't get dragged into any trouble all the while. I genuinely enjoyed doing so and found it soothing. At the academy, breaks were spent on networking, nothing but networking. And during class, I was a bubble of pure concentration. The best way to reduce time spent studying was to learn as much as you could during class. Benkei also swore by this theory. My eyes were heavy, but that was the price I paid for how little sleep I got. From after school until dinner, I played things by ear. Generally, after Huma-san personally escorted Mon-sama back to the cookies, I would spend until dinner training.
今日は俺が空いているぞ。誰か稽古をつけてほしいやつはいるか？
Oh shit, hold on. It says, I'm free today. Is there anyone who would like to trade with me? Yes, me. I would love to. Kapow.
まるで手加減ってものを知らないな、従務卿は。気概はわかるが、あれでは直江が壊れるぞ。
ヤマト君、バケツだ。これに吐け。
Thank you very much. Once I'd gotten the mounds of vomit out of me, I felt much better. In respect to our dignity as servants, Hima-san wouldn't aim for the face during training, but he would well on my stomach. Though, if I give it my all, I could at least keep my footing. Okay, let us go another round, Hima-san.
いいのだな。
There's still a gap between me and the rest of the people here. I want to get stronger. I have to become a servant worthy of Mon-sama. And a man worthy of Azumi-san.
若さというのはこういう時はいいな。無茶を体がしっかり聞いてくれる。いいだろう。実践に勝る修行はない。
Right. A blow slammed me against the wall and I fell unconscious. Dinner time. Today, Mon-sama was together with Ageha-sama and
モン
Hideo-sama.
も少し背が伸びたであろ
お気づきであられますか、姉上。はい、いよいよ我は成長期に入ったのです。
我も抜かれてしまうかな。
それぐらいの気概ですくすく育ちます。
う。モンは頑張りすぎるところがあるからな。鍛錬をやりすぎても背は伸びない可能性がある。トレーナーの言うことはよく聞いてな。
モンが成長するとどのような姿になるのかな。
Oh, I know, but I can't even show it to people.
ヒデオ、頬がにやけているぞ。
Isn't he always grinning? All it took was the three of them in one room and look at this atmosphere. Ambition poured from them like water from a spring. Was this the glow of life Azumi-san had spoken of? My body felt unsteady, but I would die before letting it show. It would be a different story if I were sick, but I was just tired from training. What sort of servant would I be if I worried her over that? That night, strangely, I heard a scream from beyond Yoshitsune's door. That voice, Yoichi.
いたたたた、いてよ、姉をギブギブ。
だったらサイトのデザインを直すんだ。
Whoa there, what's going on in here?
駆けつけ一杯、ちょびっとどうぞ。
That warms the
もう一
gut.
杯、本格的に行く？
That's enough for me, thanks. I handed Benkei the Hokkaido dried squid I brought as a present. So what
源氏
happened?
ブログのデザインをヨイチが考えてくれたんだが。
Let me see, though I can already imagine it. Atop a pure red background lie the blog, along with an extremely grim logo. What sort of sight did you ask for,
義
Yoshizune?
経は武器が薄緑という太刀だからサイトもミント色のライトなのがいいって。
武士らしくていいだろう。葉がくれって感じだろう。
作ってもらってなんだけどこれじゃない感がすごいんだが。
これだから女は文句を言うぐらいなら自分でやれよ。あ？
ヨイチ、これは明らかに初期発注とかけ離れているだろう。
Yeah, that's red and black, dude.
ゾンビすら倒すと言われる足4の字固めはやめろ。
Yoichi, you'll have to redo this, I said, smiling.
こんな世知辛い世の中、俺は嫌だ。
Seeing the three of them calmed my heart. With tired relief filling my breast, I left to help out
それで
Lisa.
は皆の日報をチェックしていきましょう。
Yes, ma'am. If anyone sees something that seems out of place, speak up.
あれ探しは楽しいんだよね。
ステイシー、若手のミスを一つでも減らすための対応策なのですよ。真面目にお願いします。
よし、どんな点も見逃さないぞ。
Thank you so much, Kojiro-san, for helping out.
なんのアゲア様からのご命令ですから。他人の日報を見て皆がどれほどの働きをしているか知れ。そして己を恥じようとアゲア様か。
名前のところ叫ばなきゃダメなんかお前は。
こちらが桐山恋から上がってきた今日の指摘点です。
36点も指摘するところあるのか。まあ、あいつは細かいところを逐一とは。
Right. But if you turn that around, it means problems will be taken care of before they cause any real trouble. Kiriyama-san might be ambitious, but I believe he still makes sure to put the cookie
そうで
first.
すね。彼のような存在も組織には必要なのでしょう。
Even though I want to beat the hell out of such
そ
people.
れでもムカつくけどな。理屈じゃねえんだ。
Stacy-san sipped at her cola as she helped us out. Bedtime. I slipped under the covers alongside Mon-sama. Yeah. All my exhaustion caught up with me.
ジロー、今いろいろと大変だと思うがな、ヤマト。
Is something the matter,
この
Mon-sama?
苦しい時を乗り越えれば、その苦痛が確かな自信に変わると我は思う。だから複雑な気分なのだ。頑張ってほしいが、休んでも欲しいし、もどかしいぞ。
Hearing those words is more than enough, Mon-sama.
ではさっさと寝よう。疲れているであろう。
No, I can still speak with... She had laid her hand over my
いい
mouth.
から寝るぞ。我も成長期だからな。すくすく寝て、すくすく育つのだ。話せぬ分はこうして、よっと。
Mon-sama jumped onto my chest.
おやすみ、ヤマト。
We are diving straight into her route as soon as we get to the next one. Good. Good night and pleasant. My cute master soothed me like nothing else. And thus the day ended. It ended with me thanking my body for putting up with the constant abuse. And then came the most precious time out of the entire week.
いよいよまゆまゆたちは修学旅行か。いいなあ。
今度もフランスやドイツだからクリたちが出迎えてくれると言ってたわね。美味しいものいっぱい食べられそうだね。
ボコパルト
Stop.
どうしたのいきなり。
パリに留学しても困らないようにと思ってさ。
フランスの美人率の高さにカルチャーショックを受けてたからね、ガクトは。
Yeah, the French women are out of this world.
付近に就職したら営業でフランス行きてんだ。よろしくヤマト。
I don't have any authority over hiring, you know. Specifically these Friday meetings. I now truly knew how special this place was to me. Coming here felt like returning to my hometown. We were hanging out and bouncing about, but even so, I found within these walls rest and rejuvenation. Being here cleansed my soul. No, that was going a bit overboard. But I was thankful that I had not just my noble master and my superiors, but this place too.
なかなか腕が上がったな、ヤマト。
I've still got a ways to go.
強くなろうとする気概、見事である。受けろ我が力を、そして学べ。
Thank you very much. Arigatou gozaimasu. I blacked out. Brr, that's
大
cold.
丈夫か？気を失っていたぞ。
For how long? How much time did I
そう
waste?
言うと思ってすぐ水をかけたよ。
Thank you very much, Kodiro-san. Damn it all. Why can't there be 36 hours in a
張り
day?
詰めているな、ヤマト。
Ageha-sama, thank you for the train.
今は若さに任せて暴走しているが、ぷっつりといかないようにな。
Your concern is more than I deserve. I'm screwing up. I can't be worrying my masters. Despite all the effort that I'm putting in, I have to act natural. Hey, Thiko-san.
あ、どうも、直江さん。お疲れ様です。
Rank 997, Thikoe was new here. She lost her memories in the Indonesian tsunami. However, her physical abilities were undeniable. How's it going? Have you gotten used to life
勉
here?
強することいっぱいすぎます。
I felt the same way when I first joined. Is there anything you're struggling with?
はい。ここの掃除の仕方なんですが。
The people at the top wouldn't grumble away over a beginner's minor errors, but I did have to take care to ensure she didn't commit any fatal mistakes. I'm going to have you two be friends again by the end of the day, got it?
仲直りも何もこいつ浮気してて。
She didn't cheat on you. She only entered another servant's quarters in order to discuss what she should get you for your birthday.
そうなのか。
And what's more, there was another girl there too.
なんでそれを早く言わないんだよ。
一方的に怒って聞いてくれなかったじゃん。
ごめんよ。
They should be fine now. Two servants who were in a relationship had gotten into a fight. So I played the mediator. If something like that had led to a major mistake, we'd never hear the end of it. Though they could just follow Azumi-san's example and take some time off when their heads weren't in the game. Okay, next up is... shit, here we go. An earthquake? No, I'm feeling dizzy, that's all. Damn it all, why so sudden? And why now? Had all the time I spent pushing myself to the limits caught up with me? Don't mess with me, body. I'll up the number of energy drinks, so hang in there. Heaven forbid someone saw me stumbling through the hallways. Somehow or another, I had to make it back to my room. Huh? Azumi-san?
Oh.
Shit, now I'm seeing illusions. Snap.
幻覚じゃねえよ。しっかりしろ。
Azumi-san?
ずいぶん待たせてすまなかったな。帰ってきたぜ。
The same Azumi-san who turned 30 in May.
おい、出会い頭になんだ殺されてんのか
Yeah! Yeah, it's you alright. There's no one else who chokes like this.
お前ふらついてたけど大丈夫かよ。
I feel all better now. But man, you've shown up in the nick of time. Fate must have played
い
a...
やまあ数時間前には帰ってたけど。
Oh.
帰還の挨拶と今までの資料を見てたんだよ。
Oh, well, of course you'd want Hideo-sama to be the first to know. I wasn't so rude as to ask outright if she'd move on. After all, she wouldn't have come back if she hadn't come to terms with
やる
it.
じゃねえか。よく頑張ったなお前。
Azumi-san.
そして助かった。サンキューな。よく留守を支えてくれた。何かしらの形で後で褒美をやるよ。スキンシップ系は NG だがな。
Did he ask for that? Hehe, you're the same as ever. Welcome
た
back.
だいま。
Okay, now that Azumi-san's back, I'll wait a few days, find the right moment, and confess to her again.
復帰後、安住は問題なく働けているようだな。
Obviously.
働けるからこそ戻ってきたのでしょう。今回功労者はリーだと思います。代理をよく務めました。そして他の若者がそれをフォローしていた。
赤子も群れればマシになるか。引き続き若者の手に任せてみるか。
それでいいと思います。自然の成り行きかと。
だが再び何か問題が起こりそうなその時は我ら何度でも口を出してくれよ。
Just give up!
500万を何に使いましょうかね。
覚えていたか。やはりな。俺の串刺しコレクションの一つじゃダメか。
ダメですね。取り立てはきっちりと。
Cookie Servant Core Special
なん
Meeting.
てことをヒューム様がおっしゃってました。
なんだその捨て台詞。ゲームのラスボスかよあいつは。
Yes.
ともあれ、若手主導についての疑問符は消え去りました。今回は皆に助けられちまったな。だが、あたいはもう大丈夫だ。それはこれからの態度で示していく。引き続きよろしく頼むぜ。
改めてお帰りなさい。
What the hell were you doing?
リーさんもお疲れ様でした。
メイドだけにメイドに行くかと思う過酷さでした。
引き続き我らで茎を切り盛りしていきましょう。
Ignored her.
ローは称えられても ギャグが受けない。
大歓迎ですね、安住さん。
桐山、お前もジジババからいろいろギャーギャー言われたろ。迷惑かけたな。
どうせならもっと迷惑をかけてくれれば従者部隊のトップをもぎ取れましたのに。中途半端なのはやめてくださいね、安住さん。
ほんと余計なことを言うのが得意なやつだ。
Yes. After all the hard work we put in, everyone was ebullient. We'd come to our normal bar.
労働の後に飲む酒はやはりうまいな。
You're telling me. Thank you for bowing to temptation today, Azumi-san.
紛らわしい言い方するな。酒飲みに来ただけだ。お前はあたいがいない分、随分と頑張ってくれたみたいだからな。酒の誘いぐらい断れないさ。
And why do you think I put in all that effort, Azumi-san?
モン様への忠誠心。
Yes, of course, that played a fundamental role. But truth be
ストッ
told,
プだ、ヤマト。お前が頑張ってくれたのは上司として嬉しいよ。でも、その先を言っても結果は同じだぜ。
obviously,
秀夫様が好きだった心が残ってるから。
there was no ambivalence in that
もう仕
statement.
事に支障はきたさないけどよ。じゃあプライベートで男と付き合えるかって言えば、
Yeah.
それとこれとは話が別なんだよ。
What type of issue is that? Stubbornness? With that, she took a swig from her
あ
drink.
たいは一人でいいよ。
Hehehe, Azumi-san, you're a stubborn
だ
woman.
から惚れるなって言ったんだ。
Love can be a burden, a disease they call it.
なんだいきなり酒を吹くかと思ったろ。
Nice! The only way to cure that disease is for one's love to be fulfilled. But if that can't happen, then one has to live with the disease. Some live with it all their lives.
そうだな。まさしくそうだ。だからお前まで病気に感染することはねえんだ。
He's already sick. It's too late. I've already been infected. But I'll cure me and you both.
おい、
Excuse me, bartender. The thing I left with you, please.
バラの花束。
Here. These are for you, Azumi-san, since you said you like
綺
roses.
麗だけどよ。嬉しいけどよ。でも、だからって OK 出せね
It doesn't have to be now. It can be later. Yes, I understand that well. Let's take our time and cure our diseases
え。
together.
はい。
I won't give up, not until I get you to give in and accept my
無
feelings.
茶なこと。このバラと同じだぜ。いずれ枯れる思いだ。さっさと他の女、幸せにしてやれよ。
Those roses will certainly wilt one day. So when they're about to, I'll send you some fresh
Huh?
ones. I'll never stop sending you
おい、
roses.
お前何重いこと言ってるんだよ。
Hey, he's being heavy for a reason. I'm trying to woo a 30-year-old. Of course I'm being heavy.
はっきり年齢言うな。
Please go out with me so that we can get married. I went to grab her hand,
断る。
and she batted it away. She wouldn't even allow that much. I won't back
こ
down.
いつ
For the time being, I'll accept my reward. My request is that those roses decorate your room. You won't decline, I trust.
わかったよ。そこまで言うならもらっとくよ。でも、バラ代無駄になるだけだぜ。
Let him be the judge of that. No, not when you look so beautiful when you hold them. This sight alone is worth the money.
そこまで言われるとチャラいわ。
No, it doesn't. I love you.
全然で言うな、アホが。
It would seem that she wouldn't be accepting my feelings anytime soon. This battle seemed likely to be a long one, but I was going to make her happy, that I swore. The times changed. Days turned to months and months to years. Naoto Yamato, age 23 years old, rank 95th in the Servant Corps. Cheers!
おう、 乾杯。
Oh, a beer after a hard day's work really does hit the
お
spot.
前、酒強いよな。
I was hoping to drink you under the table.
無理無理、潰れねえよ。
I could cry tears over how tight your guard is. Bartender, the usual, please.
はい。おかげでバラに随分詳しくなりましたよ。
Here you are, Azumi-san.
本当に継続するな、この催し。
About ready to come be my wife.
上司と部下の関係でいようぜ。
Her usual answer. Why do you have to be so stubborn? I can't imagine there's another man in your
う
life.
るせえな。数年経ったからって割り切れねえものもあるんだ。
A text. Azumi-san, the football chief's certainly been struck ill. He's on his deathbed and his final wish is to see your child's
仮
face.
病お疲れ様って返しとけ。
I knew she'd figure it out, chief.
これならいけると思ったんじゃが。
I love this old man.
ボサとグルになって口説いてくんのやめろ。
I'm desperate. What's so bad about that? Softly, I took Azumi-san's hand.
触んな。
She pinched. I'm completely fine, honey.
涙目で喋んな。
Maji de ore ni koi shinosai. Azumi.
タイトルっぽく言えば締めくくりになって落ちるかと思えば大間違いだ。
She slapped my hand away.
上司と部下の関係でいようぜ。どうした？
Right now, I feel a lot of respect for a certain friend. Every time Miyako had confessed, I told her, let's be friends. I realize now how strong a 3 words could be. Nevertheless, she had never stopped loving me. What an amazing woman. The gang from the family gave me strength too. Hello?
ヤマトさん、ご無沙汰しております。
Mayuchi, long time no see. I'm glad to hear your voice.
はい、私もです。あ、松風もいますよ。神は不滅、ゆえにオラもくん。どうも、松風です。
It's wonderful to see nothing's changed with you.
今のお時間、ご迷惑ではなかったでしょうか？
Yeah, I'm on break.
よかった。茎は大変ですか？
Even though I've been here a few years, they still work me to the bone. Everyone around me's a Superman, so I have to toil hard, but I'm getting along with them and learning a lot
そ
too.
のコミュ力の高さ、さすがですね。まゆっちも成長して分かったけどさ、人脈って超重要なんだね。
Especially once you enter into the real world. How are things over there?
元気に家事手伝いをしながら、父上より剣を習ってます。
I see, so you're preparing to inherit the household. Found anyone nice? Guess that's a
ヤ
no.
マトさんは、おしたりさんとはどうなんです？
I'm closing the distance with her.
おー。
But I'm still a ways off. There were leagues between us when I started after all. Even so, I've made progress since yesterday, and I'll be even closer come tomorrow. I touched her body. That proved I'd taken steps forward. She hadn't even let me hold her hand until today. But this time, she hadn't bashed my hand away until after I'd taken hold. I won't give up. I love her, and working alongside her is so much
い
fun.
つか届くといいですね。祈ることしかできないけど。
That's more than enough. I'm happy enough just to hear your voice. We chatted away until my break came to an end and I had to hang up. Mayuchi's working so hard, everyone is, so I can't give up either. And so, another 3 years whizzed by. Azumi's
ここまでだな、クキヒデオ。
35 now?
おとな
I
しく捕虜になる
think
がい
she's
い。
35.
断固拒否する。貴様らテロリストには断じて屈さんぞ。
そういえばお前は昔テロで腕がいかれたんだってな。
Oh.
俺たちのような輩を憎む気持ちもわかるが、現実を見ようぜ。 綿密に計画してきた俺たちによって車を襲撃され、こんなところに逃げ込んできたんだろうが。しかもヒュームやクラウディオ、クキアゲハといった人外の連中は外国だ。おとなしく人質になりな。そんで俺たちを壊滅に追いやった帝のカスからはたんまり慰謝料取ってやるよ。
You were wrecked by a single man and now you're butthurt about it? Ha!
時間稼ぎする
You
よ
guys
うな
are worthless.
ロケランぶち込むぞこれ。
血の気が多いテロリストだな。民にとって毒だ。さて、奴らすぐにでもここに突入してくるであろうが、どうする、あずみ。
Oh, longer hair.
ご心配には及びません、秀夫様。こういう事態を想定して私たちは訓練を行ってますゆえ。
車？もう誰か駆けつけてきやがったか。
Obviously.
バカが駆けつけてきちまったら始末しなきゃいけねえだろうが。久喜秀夫、さっさとお前が投降しないからだ。
The terrorists ready their guns, sights aimed at the car.
これは切りがいのある奴らだ。行くぞ、存分に暴れてくれるわ。
撃て撃て、
通人よ。
煙幕。
Of course. We've received contact from Azumi-san. She's made visual on 12 terrorists. All are believed to be highly trained. Everyone be careful out there. Now a Yamato, 26 years old, ranked 60th in the Servant Corps.
歩いてきやがって死にてえか。
David fired his gun and the bullet sank into Yamato's chest.
代わりみ、こいつ忍者か。
I rushed in
この
close.
野郎。
He moved to swing at me with his knife, but I trained with Hume-san. Compared to him, this man was nothing. I easily dodged the attack, then landed a 4 or 5 punches square on the face.
なんだ、指一本も動けねえ。糸。
Firearm secured. Enemy captured.
くそ、煙幕で前が見えねえ。俺ら捕まえた。接近戦だな、おい。
Gakto, you never look better, my friend. Shimatsu Gakto, 26 years old, rank 888 in the servant
営業
corps.
から駐車部隊に転職した俺様の決意。とくと見やがれ、こら！パワースラム！一目確保だ、こら！
おい、みんなやられていってるのか。
Of course.
これは、いや、
Miyako.
これはマヒヤ。
3名確保。
Shida Miyako, 26 years old, ranked 61st in the servant corps.
二人ほどひっ捕らえたぞ。
Robin and Thingol have each captured 2 as well. Okay, well done. Where's the last one?
冗談じゃねえ。やってられるか。
He'd escaped on a motorcycle. We can't let him make it to the main road. Cookie.
よし、捕まれヤマト。飛ぶぞ。
Obviously.
師匠、従者部隊の一人一人が化け物みてえに強いじゃねえか。
テロリスト死人。
Heave ho! I threw a not exactly ordinary rock at the villain.
おっと。
He snapped the stone out of the air. Explode! I blown up the stone, sending the attacker tumbling onto the pavement.
てめえ。
He came at me swinging. I danced around the blows and tied him up tight.
あれ、動けねえ。
Enemy secured. Mission complete.
風魔製の糸か。相変わらず見事だ。
In the end, my various tools compensate for my lack of raw strength. I'd proven to have a talent for
クラウデ
ninjutsu.
ィオにも糸の技を教えてもらっているだけあるな。
I've been lucky to train under the people I have.
見事に全員確保したな、ヤマト。
All the same, Hideo-sama and Ageha-sama look no different than they had years ago. Our regular training allowed us to mount a quick
しか
response.
し何年ぶりだろうな。 我たち本丸を襲ってくるテロリストは
This might have been our best opportunity out of the entire
そこ
year.
をついてくるとは敵も頑張りやがるな。
頑張りますね。
あずみ別に素でいいぞ
スイッチ切り替えておかないとどんな口汚い言葉が出るかわかりませんから。
ともあれこれで一件落着
Great. Then the servant corps will be heading back too. Friends of these terrorists might show up to try and get them to safety, so watch
ヤ
out.
マトも随分腕を上げたなあずみ
はい、道具ありなら従者たちの中でも上の方ですね。
そしてその仲間たちも頼もしいことよ
Quite some time has passed since we graduated from Kawakami Academy. Each of us had left on his or her own path. Cap had left the cramped confines of Japan for the world beyond. Day after day, he had ventured together with his father. Gakuto had toiled at the cookie as a hard-working businessman, but his strength had gotten attention and now he's transferred to the servant corps. Moro was hard at work as an actor on the stage. At present, he performed in Tokyo's Shimokitazawa as a member of the Asatani Spiders. My sister, now Grand Master of the Kawakami Temple, had won the title of the strongest. She enjoyed her battles against the world's most powerful. Wonka was also at the temple where she supported her sister. They'd been through much, but were as close as ever. After returning to Germany, Chris had enlisted in the army, where her leadership abilities had flourished. She was expected to become a superb officer. Mayuchi had returned to her parents' home. Theirs was a wonderfully tight-knit family. She would call from time to time.
またお電話してしまいました。俺もいるぜ。安心するんだヤマトボー。
Hearing her made it seem like old times again, and she sounded well. Gensan had gotten married. He still worked at the agency and had already become a father of one, which made Beard Sensei a grandpa. With Cookie funding behind her, Tsubame Senpai managed her Natto Corporation, all while living an active life as a samurai girl. Mon-sama, she remained even now my noble master. She'd grown beautiful, yet even now we bathed together. Just thinking of it made me blush. Lee-san and Stacy-san were still my colleagues. Ogasawara-san was a spirited office lady, though she didn't seem likely to marry anytime soon. Class rep worked indomitably, all while supporting her family. Her siblings had also entered the workforce, which made life much easier for her. Her family was as close as ever. Haguro-san had made her mark as women's pro wrestling's latest star, and she could make people laugh, so she made frequent appearances on TV and grew in fame. Yoshitsune left on a worldwide sightseeing tour with Benken and Yoichi. She said she wanted to see the whole wide world. She still regularly updated her blog with entries on what she'd done that day, and the two others were always pictures beside her. Hazakura-senpai had learned of her true identity, which sparked some chaos, but things had quieted down by now. Yonpachi worked as a cameraman for a risque magazine. All the jobs he got were dirty ones, but the man himself couldn't imagine a better job. Kuba-chan wrote for a gourmet magazine and had found a wife of a similar build to himself. After being contacted by a friend in the industry, Suguru became an admin for an online game. Hideyo-sama, as witnessed just now, was the energetic head of the Cookie Corporation. Of course he was. Fushikawa-san, as the daughter of a noble house, enjoyed her days while wanting for nothing. Aoi Toma had graduated from medical school and now toiled as the new head of the Aoimon Hospital. Inoue Jun walked the same path beside him, and Sakakibara Koyuki was always together with the two of them. Market-san advised Chris as her right-hand woman. Ume-sensei, she unfortunately let her prime marriage years pass her by, but her looks hadn't faded, nor had the men seeking her attention. Beard Sensei poured his soul into the agency and still sought Sensei's love. His chances nil. Musashi Koizumi spread her roots in the Kawakami area on behalf of her clan, all the while fearing the Cookie menace. Yaba Senpai became a popular teacher at Kawakami Academy. And I, now a Yamato, lived a hard-working life as a member of the servant corps. I'd risen in rank, making it to the double digits. And working under me were Thikao and Robin. Even Miyako and Gato had joined me here. The job was fulfilling, of course, but
今日はお疲れ。見事だったぜ。
I couldn't have done it without you. By the way, regarding
じゃあ
tonight,
な。明日もよろしく頼むぜ。
would you like to get some food or something?
私が行こうか、ヤマト。
I shook my head. I still hadn't gotten Azumi-san to fall for me. But come this May 26th, I would see it
師
through.
匠、なんか気難しい顔してますね。
そりゃお前、安住さんの誕生日が近いからだよ。
あ、そうか。師匠、いよいよ勝負ですね。
おう、めげない告白タイムってわけだ。
そして失敗したヤマトを私が狙う。クク。
Miyako is scary.
お前は S クラスどころか空気にまでついてきて大したもんだよ、都。
来世まで追いますが。
プロフェッショナルすぎる。
That is scary as hell.
まあ、
Like
ヤ
a
マトと
ghost.
同じ職場ってだけで私は幸せ。たとえ安住とうまくいっても耐えます。でもうまくいかなかったら私が狙う。クク。どう
Jesus.
か師匠がうまくいきますように。
つうか、なんでヤマトがお前の師匠なわけ？
従者のいろはを教えていただきました。
なるほどね。
あずみ、誕生日おめでとうよ。
おめでとうございます。もうこの年ではめでたくもねえけどな。
Nevertheless, I'm thankful you happened to be born into this world. We were holding Azumi-san's birthday party in the meeting room. Hideo-sama had insisted on it and lent us this place. The guest of honor wasn't too happy over it and didn't want to throw a big party or anything, so it was just the four of us. Azumi-san, Lee-san, Stacy-san, and myself. We're the four super friendly single men and women,
独
huh?
身部分は言わなくていいです。お前らは誰かいいやついないもんかね。
一番年いってるのに、未だ独身のやつに心配してもらいたいとは思わねえな。
Yeesh.
そういった
You.
お前だお前、開き直ってしらばっくれるな。
私たちは激務ゆえ仕方ありません。言い訳ですが。
It is.
別に飢えた獣じゃありませんし、マイペースでいいです。
まあ私たちはまだまだ独身でもセーフだよ。だけどそろそろ誰かさんはロックな年頃じゃね？
Calm down.
別に結婚とか考えてねえし。あんなこと言ってますよ、ヤマト。
She's a tsundere after all.
なるほど。デレが来るわけだな。
もういい加減出れてもいいでしょう。
Excuse me, I have to go to the bathroom.
でもさ、あずみ、もう年貢納めようや。
ずっと彼は低層を守っているそうですよ。
けなげな話だよな。若手の出世頭なんだから、女なんざいくらでもいるだろうに。
それでも安住のことが好きだと。可愛いじゃありませんか。
I re-entered the room with a bouquet of flowers in my arm. Bouquet. Once again, Azumi-san, happy birthday. I'd given her flowers like these for the past decade, never missing a delivery.
まあ量多いな、おい。
It is your birthday. It is your
お
birthday.
いそこ、ニヤニヤすんなよ。
いやーもう年中行事だからさ。
ヤマトの異名はバラの従者ですから。
I'd rather they didn't.
だってお前、定期的に花束片手に持って移動している従者なんてそういないぜ。
悔しいほどにキャラが立っています。
ヤマトの後を追うにはバラの花びらの後を追えなんてジョークもあるぐらいだ。
Follow the rose petal. Oh, shit.
ロマンチックな男です。
Jesus.
ありがとよ。毎回枯れる前にこんなに長く続くとはな。物好きなやつだよ、お前も。
Since it's your birthday, I have an additional present.
はい。
There's this.
指輪だ
ー！はしゃぎすぎです、ステイシー。どうぞ気にせず続けてください。
She says while she too is excited. Jesus Christ, you two. Our audience was on the edge of their seats. But this time, that was fine by me. I wanted to borrow their strength. I knew for a fact that over the years, Azumi-san's demeanor had softened. All it would take was one more push. Probably I would kill for it to be so.
これってあれか。あの指輪か。
Yes, it's a wedding ring.
今回はまた随分とストレートだな。
The ring should be just the right size.
みたいだな。
Azumi-san, I fell in love with you, then spent years after year longing for you. You claim my feelings would die one day, but that couldn't be further from the truth. With each passing year, my love for you has grown stronger. Let's be happy together and continue to support the cookie. Marry me, Azumi-san.
ストレートな告白だ。だが悪くねえ、ソウルは乗ってる。
紛れもない思いの結晶ですね。弾みは
I know what these girls would have said instantly.
ヤマト、お前いい男になったよ。
That's an understatement. Jesus Christ. Have you seen what this man has become?
いっぱい頑張ってたもんな。でもだからこそ、なんつうの？思ったことをそのまま言うけど、なんだか踏み切れねえんだ。
That's what your head says, not what your heart is saying, though.
多分これ、あたいまだ秀夫様への思いが心の中に残ってるんだよ。
I really don't think so.
それでお前の告白に、うんっていうの違うっていうか。
At this moment, she's in the stage where it's just like her heart is saying that it should be in love with him, but
ともかく答えはノーだ。初めから言ってる通り、お前の希望には応えられない。
I mean, because there's visible proof that she's been softening up to him. Oof. I see. But, like I said from the start, I won't give up. I'll never stop waiting, Azumi-san. That'd be fucked up, but she waited until he was like 60. And she was like over. That would be fucked up.
もしもし。
わしやよ。誕生日おめでとう。そして、またヤマトを振ったんだって？お前さ、年いくつだと思ってる？実は理想の男性像があって、それに到達してないとかないよね。
そんなんじゃねえよ。
Really?
あんな有料物件、そうそうないぜ。
元から結婚する気ないんだよ。だからあたいの年齢がどうなろうと関係ねえよ。
結婚する気なくても、あそこまで押されまくったら観念するもんじゃがね。
おさ、多分あたい、秀夫様が好きなんだ。
You're pretty sure you're not too sure.
だから、踏み込めね
え。めんどくさい女じゃな。
Most girls are.
計算高いお前のことだから、ヤマトが出世コースに乗ったら捕食するかと思えば、そうでもないしの。
そんな器用じゃねえよ。
You need to be a little shrewd then.
はぁ、なんかモヤモヤするよな。
やあ、ズミ、こんばんは。
おう、クッキーか。何の用だ？
With Kazuma Soichi adventuring through dangerous lands, Cookie had been entrusted to the Cookie Corporation. What the fuck? Yamato presently served as his temporary master.
僕ね、データをそろそろ新しいものにするんだ。
おう、日々アップグレードだな。
でさ、内部データの古い資料を整理してて、いらないものは消してたんだ。
ほら僕、動いてる間、音のデータを記録しているでしょ？
ああ、それで？
昔の安住の音声もいくつかあってさ、特に必要ないものは消しちゃうんだけど、
Oh.
記憶を消すって、たとえすごくたわいないことでも寂しくてさ、せめて本人たちにデータを焼いて渡してるんだ。はいこれ、いらなかったら処分して。
おう、CD とは古風だな。サンキュー。
Yeah, considering all the hollow crap that they have
じゃあ
now.
僕はこれで。
人間より人間臭いロボだな、あいつ。
Ain't that the truth? Jesus Christ, I love Cookie.
昔のあたいか。